And let's go see our problem of the day. About the cube has edges measuring 4 inches each. We're going to find the total surface area and the volume of the cube. So 2 things we're looking for here. We know the cube has edges measuring 4. That's it. That's all they're telling us. But let's take a look at this picture. Let's look at a cube and see what we're talking about. Cube has all 4 sides. All 4 sides. How many sides are there in a cube? Well, with this one you got the square, so they are all going to be 4. But, oh, there's always a but, isn't there? We got another dimension to worry about. It's also going to be 4 because all of these little line segments are what we call edges. So Beth said, how many are there? Looks like there are 12 edges in all, but that's not the question, is it? The question says, let's find total surface area and then find the volume of this cube. So what are we thinking about? When we're looking at the surface area, we have congruent figures here, all right? These are all squares, the same dimensions. I'll put a 4 there just for those of you who like to see it. So you basically see this side over here, even though it's a little bit drawn out of perspective a little bit, it's still the same size of a square as the one here on the front that we're seeing. The back side's the same square. Here you go, get the idea. Top and bottom, all the same square dimensions. They're all 4 by 4. So each of these has a 16, and that's going to be what? Square inches for the area. Now that's important to know, because how many are there? You say, how many are there what? How many faces? How many of these squares are there? I see 3, but there are 3 that are hidden. So what we've got here, it looks like for our surface area, and sometimes we call it the total surface area, TSA, but if we don't have a total with it, it's assumed it's all the surface area, not just with one side or something. But remember, we were looking for what? Oh my goodness, out of 16 there. So in this case, it's going to be 6 times that 16, which should give us 96. Now keep in mind, it is important to talk about units here. Surface area, square inches, all right? And that's because it's area. So we'll put that back in there. So remember, there's 16 on each of those. 16 times 6, yes we do, we get 96. So there's the first staff. I think we had a couple of people on Facebook that had already given me that answer, so good job you guys if you're tuned in and watching, hope you are. Now the volume, we've got to take all 3 dimensions and multiply them. In this case, hey, there's a length of the base, we'll call the base the bottom. I mean, it doesn't matter, they're all the same, right? And there's the other dimension, it's 4, so it's 4 by 4. We know it's 16, so we know to find volume of a rectangular solid, in this case it happens to be a cube, it's going to be, oh my goodness, what about it? How about the height times the base area? We're going to choose one of those, the bottom there will be 16. So it looks to me like, uh-oh, height's not 6, is it? No, it's 4 this time. So the height is 4. In other words, all these dimensions are 4 times 16. Now remember, now we have 64, but these are cubic. These are cubic inches. Another option that we could have done, and it's a nice one and it works for the cube, so don't get excited and start saying, oh, I pick a dimension and we just cube it. No. This situation, because it's a cube, and we know all the edges are all the same length, they're not going to be like 3, 4, and 5 or something like that, which it could be. It could be a rectangle like a shoebox or a brick or something like that. But this is good old, just flat out, good old ice cube type thing, or just a cube. And here we can say that edge gets raised to the 3rd power, and in this case that would be 4 cubed, which still gives us 64 cubic inches. So a couple of ways we could work that. Another thing, some of you said, well, could it have been easier? I think it's just as easy here really to get 4 times 4 for the surface area part, and then just multiply it by 6. That's the easiest thing to do in that regard. So there you have it, a quick problem of the day. Sometimes we like those.